Alright, you bastards, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today we're going to do an update about my EDC bag. But before we start about it, if you're interested in survival courses in Belgium, there's a link to my website survivaltrainingbelgië.be and also to my book called Bloody Crosses, so if you're interested, take a look. So it's the time of the year again, and that is the time that I reconsider what I put in my EDC bag, and just to see what's gone broke, what's above the expiring date, or however you call that, and also just to see if everything is still in order and to recognize where everything is in case I need it. So this is my EDC bag I always have. It's not bigger than most handbags, it's like a shoulder bag. So for most people they say it's a little bit too big for an EDC, but for me it has worked just fine. Wherever I go, my EDC bag goes with me, whether it's me on my person or in my car. I always have this close to me. So what's inside of it? Well, let's see about that. Alright, so first of all, on the outside, I'm going to put here a little bit higher. Yeah. So on the outside you have a tactical pen that is with a hardened steel hardened tip. So that is not only handy for writing something in case you need the pen, because yeah, when you need a pen you usually don't have one. So this one also has a steel tip for breaking glass, or in case you need to escape from a vehicle or from a building. And it also can be used for self-defense, for hitting soft spots on an aggressor. So it's also a legal defense weapon. And in case of an emergency, it can also be used as a firm grip to make an improvised tourniquet, because if you do this with a plastic pen, yeah, it will crack in two. So yeah, a tactical ball pen is always something that you will need in your EDC. Alright, next one. Let's go from big to small. So first of all, let's take this out because it's actually all into one part. This is I always say you need some water in your EDC, because if you go through the day, you might need some water, and there is not always a bar or a vending machine to buy from, especially during summer heat. Don't be caught off guard. For example, if you're in a traffic jam and it's 40 degrees or something like that, and you don't want to dehydrate or get a heat stroke, so at least get a bottle of water. And the reason why it's a metal bottle is so I can boil water that's inside of it. But this comes with this system for cooking. So you got in the bottle, you got a canteen, and you got a stative for boiling. And also, yeah, I keep this in my EDC too, so I'm going to take it out. So I made a video about this. This is just a can cut in half with carton in it and just molten wax inside of it. And this is actually a very good stove that can burn like 8 hours. So you can just take the system, put stove on about this. When the flames come here, whatever you want to boil or want to cook, you put in on this, or even the metal bottle on top of it to boil water to purify it. But for cooking or for eating and filtering water, it's also a very good system. And like I showed you, it is very compact, lightweight, and yet sturdy. So this will not take that much room inside of your EDC bag. And yeah, this is more an EDC bag that is suited for me. I live more on the countryside, so perhaps this is not that handy for people who live in a big city. So yeah, I'm aware of that. So yeah, and this you can make yourself out of leftovers from a garbage that you have. So yeah, from candle wax, carton, and soda can. And I made a video about this, so take a look at it. Oh yeah, and by the way, this also has a lid on top of it to make the boiling time smaller. So that's also inside of it. Next thing I always have in my EDC bag is my Shamach. Shamach is just a cotton piece of cloth, and you can do 50 survival things with these. I made a whole video about this. I would say take a look at it. Otherwise, we'll be here for an hour. But the most things I do with this is to use it as a towel when I go to the gym, or as a carrying bag for the groceries. If I put my groceries on top of this and I take each corner, I can carry a lot of things with this, and plastic bags just tear through it or get worn out. And this I have been using for 6 years as a carrying bag for my groceries or whatever I'm carrying, and it's very sturdy. And also to make an improvised tourniquet, also for filtering water that you can put inside of this, for a sling for when you have a broken arm. You can also use it to put pressure on top of a wound. You can use it, like I said, as an improvised tourniquet, improvised hands gloves when it's cold. You can wear it as a shamach around your head. Perhaps I will show you for people who have not seen it yet. That you can just take it, put it around your head like this. Yeah, you look a little bit like a ninja or an Al Qaeda member, but that way you have it hot in the winter time. Can be protecting against smoke or dust, and can also be used as a protection against the sun, especially when you make this wet and you put it around your neck. It can keep your neck cool, this and that, when you wet it. So yeah, that's also a reason why you need water. I forgot to tell you, it's not only for drinking and for cooking, but can also be used for if you have a burning wound, to cool the burning wound, and also to clean stuff. If your hands are dirty or something of your clothes, you can just wash it inside of this or pour it on it. So water is not only for drinking, so to say. All right, let's go to the next part. And these, we're going from the outside to the inside. These are just a pack of latex gloves in case there is an emergency. If someone is wounded and you have cuts on your hands, you don't want to touch someone who is bleeding, who might have a viral disease, and you don't want that into cuts, because I'm a man, I'm a laborer, so yeah, I get many cuts in my hands, and if I'm going to help someone, I'm going to do it safe. So that's a very important thing, to have it on the outside of your bug out bag, whatever I mean, EDC bag. Also some soap, in case I touch something dirty, I don't have time to get the big bar of soap out, so you can just pour it on top of your hands, clean it, and you'll be more safe in that. Or in case you think you touch something that might be contaminated with something. Right, let's go to the next one. Oh, and then also in case there is in the public toilet there is no soap, you can just use this then in case of that. That is one of those multi-tools. It has several survival options. Magnifying glass. It has a compass, a mirror. A mirror can also be handy, not only for survival, but also if you want to put your hair in order, or you have a wound on your back that you can see. You can check the wounds that you cannot visually see. Also for how to say this, for signaling for help. Also a good idea. It also has a ferro striker, and all the other things are broken inside of this. But yeah, also it also has a whistle in case you need to whistle. All right. Next thing, we're going from the back to the front. Israeli bandages. I made a video about this. It is something between a tourniquet and a high pressure bandages. So that is two in one, for if somebody has a bleeding. It's very easy and can also be reused. It stands on the back side of the package how to use it. And I would say, yeah, it's something that you should always have in your EDC, I would say. Another how do you say this, first aid. In Belgium we call it EHBO. That is just my first aid kit. As usual, it has paper handkerchiefs. It's not only handy for if you have a wound or to clean something, also if there are no paper towels in the public toilet, in a restaurant to clean your hands or to wipe your mouth, or in case you need to take a shit next to the road. Yeah, always handy, can be a lifesaver. And also to make a fire. if you need some tinder, so to say. All right. Next thing is a little bottle of Vaseline. Can be used in combination with something like the paper towels to make a fire starter that you only need a spark for it to catch flames. Can be very handy in combination with that. This is an alone stone. I forgot. I made a video about this, but I forgot the English name about this. It's one of those stones that if you wet them and you have a wound, you can wet this, rub over the wound, and it will instantly clothe the blood, the bleeding. And yeah, this is handy more and more in my line of work. I work with wood, and if I have a wound and it's dripping on top of the wood, yeah, that's not something good for the customers. So this has been a lifesaver for me at work, that I don't bleed if I have a wound all over the customer's products. So yeah, can be very handy. And yeah, can also be handy for closing up wounds. If you are wet, sweaty, wear bandages, or tape would come off. Just regular bandages, and also some medication. We got the eye saline in case you got a medical chemical product inside of your eyes, or something dirt in your eyes, and you can have something like a salt saline to saline solution to pour into your eyes, and yeah, can be a lifesaver. Also some medication. We got iodium, kalium tablets when there is a nuclear disaster. We got purification tablets, bandages, pain relievers like Dafalgan. We got condoms in case you need to carry water or you want to make love with your special little lady, or perhaps boy if you're into that. We got Imodium. We got activated charcoal. We got burn relief. And we got also tampons in case your special little lady has the time of the month, and can also be used in combination with the Vaseline to make an excellent fire starter. So yeah, I always pack two in case one of my friends has her periods and she does not have these things in her handbag. So yeah, that happened a few times. All right. Next thing I would say is this is not really that necessarily, but for me it has helped me a few times. This is one of those telescopic sticks with a magnet on top of it. So whenever I drop my keys somewhere where I can reach them, or something else of metal, happened a few times that it's falling behind the desk. So instead of moving the whole desk or the whole closet or whatever, that you don't have to do that, you can just take this, go behind it, and take it out like that with a magnet. So can be a lifesaver if you drop something on a place where you cannot reach. Yep, done with here. Yeah, that is just a tin. I won't open it because it's has been closed up very difficultly, to be honest. But that is just things that I need in case for a forgotten lunch or whatever. It has instant coffee. It has tea in different kinds. It has chocolate milk powder that you can make some hot cocoa or tea or coffee with this system. It has pepper. It has spices. It has also some milk powder. So these are all just powders for drinking and food that are inside of this, in case you have to wait longer for someone, want to make a nice cup of tea in the field next to the road or whatever, or during lunch at your work. So yeah, something handy. I made a video about this. These are some Convar 7 emergency rations. These are more tasty because these one are the ones with peanut butter. So in case I've forgotten to bring lunch in a hurry at my work, these are 500 calories, and yeah, you can eat them whenever you want. Or if some happened also when beggars come to you and they say they are hungry, I always give them one of these. Sometimes they say no, I just want money or something. Then yeah, then it's there. Then they shouldn't have said that they were hungry. So yeah, they always have this very compact, by the way, long lasting and durable. So yeah, get one of these in your EDC. That is a hip flask with whiskey. Yeah, it can not only be used for starting a party or as an instant celebration when something good happened that you can drink, or when you, in my case, when you go to a festival or something. Not a festival, it's like when you go to a city and there is some music thing going on. Yeah, when you go drinking over there, the drinks are expensive, so we usually get just regular sodas and spice them a little bit up. Can be save you a ton of money in that way. So, and can also be used to disinfect wounds if you need it. If it's high enough, you can also use it as a fire starter. But yeah, it's mostly used for having fun with friends when you're going out. In my case, but for the reasons that I said, also very handy and very compact. Uh, that is just a box, and these are filled with just more of the trinkets, I would say. So these are with matches, with earplugs, because when I go out with friends and they go to places where there is music or there is a lot of noise, yeah, I always have earplugs with me, because there were certain instances that the music was so loud that it was even not legal anymore. So I was happy that I had these things. Identification in case I lose my bag, that somebody can. Hmm, that's weird. All right, where was I? Oh yeah, in case of when I get back stolen or lost or whatever, it has gum in case you have bad breath or want to get your mouth busy, so to say. Got coins in case of how to say this. You have a vending machine, or you have to put it to get onto a parking with your car. Some tape, and also a picklock and some money. So yeah, a picklock has been handy for me whenever I was at work. Some colleagues left their keys inside of their lockers, and instead of breaking the lock, I could pick it, and that saved them a lock. All right. Another thing is salt. Salt can be used for several things. The reason why I have so much salt is not only for eating when I'm out, but can also be used for in case this is more especially during the summertime when I'm sweating a lot, and yeah, a little bit salt with your water can help you fill up the electrolytes in during those times, and also for just getting some taste inside of your food can be very handy. And yeah, when you go to a restaurant and there's no salt left, yeah. Uh, Another thing, that is also something that I have because it's of summertime, and it is cocoa milk. Yeah, coconut milk. No, sorry, coconut oil. Yeah, that's it. This coconut oil can be used mainly. It's been used for as a sunscreen that I rub all over me. It's very handy. No chemical products, and it doesn't smell. So yeah, I find it very handy. I never got a sunburn whenever I use this. So yeah, and I easily sunburn because I'm not a summer person, and can also be used if you want to cook something in your system here. Whatever you find, perhaps you found some meat or you hunted something and you want to cook something. Yeah, some oil can be very handy, and can also be used to relieve some wounds, so to say. Uh, right, we are done with. Oh no, I also got one of these zip ties in case I need to do some repairs with my car or repair something else in emergency, or in worst case scenario an aggressor and you have to bind them till the police comes. So yeah, can be happening. I have not needed it yet. Next thing I would say, these can be very handy. Also, always carry some headphones in case you have to wait somewhere. You go on a public train or bus, and yeah, you want to listen to some music, or you go to the gym. In my case, I always if I don't have this inside of my EDC bag, I would always forget to have headphones. So for those reasons, can be very handy. Uh, a lock for the locker lockers in the gym, that I never forget it, and of course some money for the cards at the supermarket. So yeah, these are things on the outside. let's go more to the inside. Multitool. So yeah, never leave your house without a multi-tool. This has been handy for so many things, for repairs, for self-defense, for yeah, all sort of tasks that you need to do something to make a fire. So multi-tool, a Leatherman is, or you can use a Swiss Army knife, one of the bigger ones with more options. But for your more urban things, I would say a Leatherman like this, very very handy. Uh, it is just a bar of soap and a comb. Yeah, not that I need it because my hair is starting falling out. But yeah, a comb, some hand soap can be handy in case in a public toilet that there is no soap in the dispensers. Or in my case, if I go to the gym and I want to wash up, I always have soap to wash myself in the showers and use use the Shamach to dry me off in case I am in a hurry. So yeah, can always be handy. This is one of those criminal identifiers. This is because pepper spray is illegal in Belgium. This is the next best thing that you can get. One of these, if you spray this from like 5 to 7 meters from someone, you can spray it accurately in their face. It will start to foam. So even if it does not irritate the eyes, but it will keep foaming that you need. Even if you wipe it off, it will still keep foaming, and in that time you can just run away. And the plus side is it is also a sort of paint. So whenever a aggressor is attacking you, a robber, whatever, you spray this in the face, you can get away. And the next 3 days they will run around with green or blue hat, so the police can identify them easily. So yeah, this is something very handy to have here in Belgium. For legal ways, by the way, I know pepper spray is more effective, but yeah, like I said, it's illegal in Belgium for some fucking reason. I don't understand why. Next thing, that is just Flamigel. That is something to as a cream for surface wounds or for burning wounds. I have used this a few times. Somebody who had exploded a small flashbang in their hands, even with their gloves, yeah, it helped him a lot. A water filter. That is one of the smaller water filters. You can drink directly from it, or you can put a bag with a screw cap on top of it, or just a regular water bottle that you can find anywhere, or soda bottle, and you can squeeze the water inside of your drinking system. It can always be handy. I have not used it yet, but during summertime, I will not take chances. If I found a water source, I'm very thirsty, I'm dehydrating, I will use this. Next thing, just a small lamp, but it's one of those hand crank lamps. Yeah, we all have our cell phones and stuff, but when these are down, yeah, I have used this a few times when the electricity went out during the winter time at my job, for example. I was glad that I have one of these to get out of the building or to find the source of the place where the electricity has gone down to repair it. So yeah, always have these, and especially if you walk through the night, can always be handy, or during a blackout. I also have a lighter, just a lighter wrapped in some tape in case I need it. Very standard. These are 2 rain ponchos. So yeah, in case it starts to rain, I don't want my clothes and my bags to get wet. In case I don't have my, how do you say this, my jacket on. Can happen sometimes that you think it's very nice weather today, but suddenly it starts to rain. Can happen in Belgium. So 2, one for me and one for my friend or my special little lady. That helped a few times. These are usually one-time use, because whenever you open this, you will not get them back inside that well. Or you can, yeah, these are also very cheap. So yeah, these are more like throwaway. I got a whole bag of these. And can also be used for several other things, to protect some other things from the rain if you have them. Perhaps your cell phone or whatever gear that you have, or to collect rainwater. Can also be used for this. This is just a map of Belgium. Like I said, you could have a cell phone or a smartphone where you can use all these, but if it's out, yeah, you can find your way with just a map. This is a map of Belgium that I can use to just, in case I need to to look where I need to go when I'm on a public transport or during riding with a car on the road. It can also always be handy. Yeah. Done here. So yeah, this was just an update on the EDC bag. Like I said, I know it's a lot, but yeah, for me, because where I live, it's very handy to have all these things constantly with you, and in big cities, perhaps less. But most of the items I have used several times, so I'm happy that I'm always carrying these around. It not always makes you feel safe, but it gives you a better feeling that you're always be able to help somebody else uh, wherever you go. You always have the gear to help yourself and help other people. And if everybody would do this, the world would be a much better place, I would say. So yeah, if you have any ideas or suggestions to put in my EDC bag, let me know. I'm always eager to learn new things or try out new things. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and see you in the next video. Cheers!